Hey guys, so today we're making some Philly cheesesteaks. Please make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let's get started with the recipe. So this is going to be another simple recipe. I have my grill pan, my cast iron grill pan here on the stove, and I am just adding some oil to that because we are going to saute our onions and bell peppers. And so I have one yellow onion and one red bell pepper. And so I'll be honest and say I have never been to Philly, so I don't know what is on a traditional Philly cheesesteak. And so I've read online that it's usually just the meat and some cheese whiz. And then there are other people who say, oh, it's, provolone and onions. And some people put mushrooms and all that. I don't know. But this is my version of a Philly cheesesteak. So y'all let me know in the comments what goes on a traditional Philly cheesesteak sandwich. Okay. But anyway, I'm going to saute my onions and bell pepper, and I am adding some salt and some pepper because you want to make sure that you season every layer of your food. I don't care what seasonings you use. Just make sure your food is not bland because we don't want no bland food, y'all. And so after I saute these until they are nice and tender, I'm going to take them off, and then we're going to put our bread on the grill. And so I just have some French bread here. And typically people use hoagie rolls, but I couldn't find that at the store at the time. So I'm using some French bread. And I am going to put some mayonnaise on the bread and spread that on there. And this is going to help your bread to brown. And it actually does a better job than butter. So that is a tip. You guys, you can use mayonnaise to help brown your bread. And so I'm just doing this step first so that my bread will already be toasted and ready after I saute the meat. And so I'm going to add some more oil to my pan. And then I found this shaved beef at my local grocery store. And so it is just some thinly sliced steak, or you can buy a steak from the store and thinly slice it yourself, or ask the butcher people, the meat people at the store to thinly slice it for you. And so I'm just gonna season this with some salt, some pepper, and some adobo seasoning, and that's it, y'all. This is super easy, super delicious. And I did cook my beef in batches because I wanted it to get a nice color on it, and I didn't want it to be steamed beef. So I did cook it in batches, and I wish I had one of those metal spatulas so I can break up the meat a little bit more, but this was still delicious. And so I'm taking the first batch of meat off, and then I'm gonna sear the other meat, and then I'm gonna combine the peppers and onions with the meat so it can all marry together and have some nice delicious flavor. So now I'm just going to add the other batch of beef to the pan, and then I'm going to add in the onions and bell peppers, and I'm just going to mix all of this together just so that the flavors can marry together so that we can start assembling the sandwiches. Oh, and so this is probably non-traditional, but I added a few cloves of garlic because I wanted my meat to be nice and flavorful, y'all. And so you don't have to put the garlic in there. But to me, it added a nice flavor to this beef. And so I'm just separating the beef because I'm gonna make two sandwiches. And I did take some of the meat off, and put it away just for another sandwich for another day. And so I'm just adding a few slices of provolone cheese, and you're gonna let that melt, and that's it, y'all. You're gonna let it melt and put it on your bun. So this is the brand of cheese I use. This is the Sargento ultra thin provolone. And so I am just putting my bread on top of the meat, and then I'm just gonna flip this bad boy over. Um, and it does get kind of messy. Or you can just hold the bun in your hand and scoop the meat on there if you want to do it that way. I wish I had done it that the other way so that my cheese could be on top. And you see my meat just flying everywhere, but I picked all that up and put it on my bread, y'all. And so this is it. You can serve it with some French fries or whatever you want, some chips. And yeah, this didn't take no time, y'all. Especially since the meat was already shaved for me. I really just had to cut up the onions and bell peppers and then saute everything. So this is the finished product, nice and cheesy and meaty. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. Please make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Bye.